All right, today we're diving into something, well, something truly cosmic. We're going to explore a phenomenon that challenges the very nature of existence. The gate that literally splits reality in two.
You know, when we think about the great mysteries of the universe, our minds usually go to things way out there in deep space, right? But what if the biggest secrets aren't in some distant galaxy, but in a different time? Or even crazier, what if they exist in the space between timelines?
And look, this isn't some new age theory. We're talking about something that's been documented for eons, popping up in the historical records of countless alien species. They saw it, they studied it, some of them even feared it. But for us, for modern humanity, it's been a total ghost. Okay, so what is this thing? This ancient mystery that's lurking between the ticks of the cosmic clock? Well, the alien records all had a name for it. When you translate it, it comes out to something like the crossroads.
Now, before your brain immediately jumps to all the usual sci-fi stuff, let's just get one thing perfectly clear. This is not a wormhole. I need you to just throw that idea right out the window because what we're dealing with here is on a completely different level.
So, if it's not some shortcut through space, then what in the world is it? Let's really break down the true nature of this gate that splits reality.
Okay, here's the absolute key difference. A wormhole, right? It's just a tunnel from point A to point B in our own universe, a shortcut. But the crossroads? Oh no. That connects reality A to reality B. It's linking our universe to a mirror version of itself.
The way the ancients describe it is wow. It's both beautiful and absolutely terrifying. Can you imagine looking up and seeing that? A tear in the fabric of space that looks like shattered starlight. It's not just the doorway. It's a cosmic event that takes literally everything and just poof, creates a perfect duplicate. So here's the takeaway, the most important part. The crossroads is a portal between the world as it is and the world as it could have been. Think about it. On one side, you've got our universe, our history, everything we know, and on the other, a reality where maybe just one tiny critical decision in the past went the other way. And for all those species that came before us, this thing wasn't just some theoretical concept to debate. It was a real destination, a place that offered these incredible rewards. But man, it also came with the ultimate risk.
Apparently, the space inside the gate itself, it's a place that just doesn't play by our rules. It's this weird pocket dimension where time just stops. Gravity doesn't exist, and the very idea of a solid physical form might just melt away.
So in this totally neutral zone, civilizations found these just amazing opportunities. It was perfect for diplomacy. No one had a home field advantage. You could get new technologies by, get this, sharing with another version of yourself. This fire hose of knowledge could even kickstart rapid evolution for a whole species. I mean, the potential for a leap forward was practically infinite. But, and this is a big but, for every story of success, there's this really chilling footnote. For every species that came back with amazing new knowledge, there's another story about a fleet, or sometimes an entire civilization that flew into the crossroads and was simply never seen or heard from again. Just wiped from existence.
Okay, so all of this ancient history, right? It's suddenly becoming really, really relevant and kind of dangerous because that old, predictable cosmic clockwork of the crossroads, it looks like it's breaking.
See, for as long as any records go back, the cycle has been totally consistent, super predictable. The gate would appear like clockwork once every 11,000 years, a nice, stable cosmic rhythm.
But our instruments now are picking up something that it shouldn't be there. These faint, almost ghost-like vibrations rippling through space-time. The energy signature, it's unmistakable. It's the warm-up act for the gate opening. But it's happening thousands of years too early.
So you've got this old, predictable cycle on one hand, but our new data? It shows that whole cycle is speeding up, and fast. Which leads to one pretty scary conclusion. The crossroads is coming back early, and we have no idea why.
And this is the part that should really get your attention. The focal point of those vibrations isn't in some far-off, empty part of the galaxy. The trajectory is changing. The models are pointing to its next appearance being, well, right here, in our own backyard.
So yeah, this isn't some abstract story about aliens anymore.
This is about to become the single biggest event in human history. We are staring down the barrel of a test that could be our greatest leap forward or our absolute end.
To really get a handle on the stakes here, think about this for a second. The last time this gate ripped a hole in the sky, our planet was a completely different world. We're talking woolly mammoths roaming around. Huge chunks of the planet were still covered in ice.
You know what our peak technology was back then? Mixing some dirt and water to make paint and carving stick figures on cave walls. We were hunters and gatherers, totally oblivious to the insane cosmic drama playing out right over our heads.
But this time is so different. This time, we have satellites, we have deep space telescopes, we can detect the vibrations, we can actually see it coming. For the first time ever, we aren't going to be clueless bystanders. We are watching.
Which brings us to the one massive question we have to ask ourselves. If this gate opens up right next door, is this our chance to gain the wisdom of 1,000 alternate histories? Or do we get completely snuffed out by a reality that's just stronger or older or just different? So, I'm going to leave you with this thought. When that shimmering gate of fractured starlight finally appears and your world suddenly has a twin, which one is the real one? And if you had a choice, which side would you be on?